Hi everybody, Rose here. I am working out a pattern, starting to put it together right now, and I thought I would just bring you guys along with me. We are going to be making it's going to be like a hanging succulent. She showed me a picture. It's a hanging succulent for her car. I've already made her one, but I don't love it, so I'm going to try to make it just a little bit smaller. But today, we are going to go ahead and work it up. And this is what we're going to need. Going to need our scissors, our tapestry, and we're going to do a 4.0 millimeter. And this is a Joann's brand, and it's in the color Rust. And what else we're going to need is some brown for the dirt, and you will also need a little bit of polyfill. Okay, go get your supplies and I'll meet you right back here. Okay. All right, we are going to start. You can do a chain 2 and do all your stitches in your first chain, or you can do the magic circle with me. And we are going to do 6 single crochets into our magic circle. Go in there, pull up your loop, yarn over, and go through both loops. That's 1 single crochet. And I forgot to mention, but as always, if you need a stitch marker, go ahead and do that because we're not joining. Okay, go back into your loop, pull up a loop, 2 strands there, yarn over, there's 2. Let's go ahead and get up to 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is pretty impromptu. I'm going to be writing this as I'm doing this. So, all right, now I'm going to count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going to go under both loops. And on round 2, I'm going to put 2 single crochets in every stitch around. So grab our little strand there. There's 1, go back in there. There's 2. Find my next stitch. There is 3 and 4. And for those of you that are new, I usually, when I do an increase, which is putting 2 stitches into 1 stitch, when I'm counting up to get to the number I need, I will always do like I did 1 and 2, 3 and 4. This will be 5 and 6. I always add an and in there. That tells my brain that I've got to put another stitch in there. All right, so I'll just meet you when we have 12 stitches. All right, so here we are. And now pull that up. You can see that these stitches are spoken for. Here is our next stitch. In this round, we're going to go from 12 to 18. And the way that is going to look is we're going to do an increase in the first stitch. So we're going to put 2 single crochets into the first stitch. So there's 1 and 2. And in the next stitch, we're going to put 1 stitch. So it's going to be 1 and 2, 3. So it'll be an increase followed by 1 single crochet, an increase followed by 1 single crochet. So here's an increase in the next stitch, followed by 1 single crochet. Next is an increase, followed by, you guessed it, single crochet. And when you get to 18, I will meet you there. 18 stitches. And now we're going to go from 18 to 20. And all that means is we're just going to, in the beginning and in the middle, we're just going to add an extra stitch. So here we go. This first stitch, I'm going to do 1 and 2. Okay. Now let's cruise on down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now in this 10th stitch, we're going to go ahead and add 2 single crochets in that stitch. So that'll be 10 and 11. And then now we're going to just finish counting up to 20. There's 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. If you hear anything, it's Harley. He's in here snoring. Okay, there we are. Okay, now the fun. That's as wide as we're going to make it. So now we're going to start building it up. So take a close look. You can see our little V. Here's the front loop, and then here's that back loop. We're going to go in the back loops now. Okay, and we're going to do 1 single crochet in the back loop all the way around. So I'm just going to count to 20 and do 1 single crochet in the back loop all the way around. And I will meet you back. Yeah, now we have a bowl. So I'm just going to turn it right side out. Okay. And I'm kind of having one of those days where my hands are just kind of feeling awkward. I don't know if it's just because they are feeling really tight because I've been working in the yard. I actually planted some stuff this weekend. I hope I don't kill it. So my hands feel kind of stiff. So I keep dropping my hook. All right, so that was row 5. Now for the next 3 rows, 6, 7, and 8, we're going to continue to do that. We're going to go 1 single crochet in the back loop all the way around. We're not joining. We're just going to do 3 rows into the back loop. And when you get done with that, I will meet you back. Okay, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, done my 8 rows, and it's pretty tiny. I mean, if I was to hang that in the car, that would probably be good. That would probably be good. But I'm going to go ahead and do, let's go ahead and do 1 more row. So for row 9, we're going to do 1 more row in the back loops. Keep dropping it. I'll meet you at the end of this row with again 20 single crochets. Okay, I've come back around, I've got 20 stitches still, and now we're going to put on a cute little ledge for our pot. And we're going to do these. We've been working in the back loop, and now we're going to work in the front loop. Okay, so we're going to go immediately into our front loop. With a single crochet. In the next stitch, we're going to do a half double crochet in the front loop, and that is, forgot, you guys probably don't know. So in the next stitch, we're going to do a half double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, go in the front loop, grab your yarn, pull it up with your 3 loops, and then you're going to yarn over, just your fingers, and you're going to go through all 3. There's your half double crochet, and in the same stitch, we're going to do a double crochet, go back in there, and you're going to pull up your yarn. Again, you've got 3 loops, but this time you're going to yarn over, and you're going to go through 2. You're going to yarn over, and you're going to go through 2. In your next stitch, in the front loop, you're going to do a single crochet. Okay. In the next stitch, we're going to be repeating this. It's a 2-stitch repeat. Single crochet, and now in this one is a half double crochet and a double crochet in the front loop. So yarn over, go into that front loop, grab your yarn and pull it up, yarn over, 1, 2, 3. Yarn over to the front loop, yarn over, 3 loops, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. And that's what we're going to do all the way around. Next one in the front loop is the single crochet. And the next one, we're going to do a half double crochet, double crochet. The next stitch will be a single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet. And we're going to do that all the way around. And I will meet you when we get to the end. Okay, and we technically have this last stitch. I'm going to go in there. I'm still going to do a single crochet, and then I'm going to skip that first single crochet, and I'm going to go to that first half double crochet and join it. There's no right or wrong on it. It's just a trim. Do our finger length. And then we have this cute little something. Love it. How's that for a free ball? I'm going to go ahead and sew in this end. Get it out of my way. All right, there's that. So now we have 20 stitches up here. So let's make the top. Let me go get my brown yarn. Mine's going to be some light dirt. So again, we're basically just repeating this. So I'm not going to dawdle. We're just going to go through it pretty quickly. Maybe. magic circle. And we're going to do 6 single crochets in our circle. All right, there's 6. I'm going to go in my first single crochet, not joining. And on this round, I'm going to do 2 single crochets all the way around for 12 single crochets. So this will be 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. I'll meet you at the end. And now we're going to go from the 12 to the 18. So it'll be 2 single crochets in the first stitch, followed by 1 single crochet. 2, 1, 2, 1. So I'm going to count up to 18 on this one. So that is 1 and 2. Next one, 3. Next one, 4 and 5. Next one, 6. And I'll see you at the end. All right, so like I said, this has 20 and this has 18. So we just need to add the 2 stitches. So I'm just going to do an increase here at the beginning, and then when I get to 10, I'm going to add another one in there. So I'm going to count up to 20, adding 2 random stitches. So there's 1 and 2. Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and here we go. I'm going to do an increase. 10 and 11, and I'll finish up to 20. 12, 13, 14, 15, and 20. And if you ever find that your stitches are weird, just pull it apart and it'll stretch it out for you. I'm going to go into that next stitch and I'm going to slip stitch, chain 1. And on this one, I'm going to leave about 18 inches so I can sew it to my pot. And I'm just going to secure this down a little bit so it doesn't get in my way. Okay. Get the polyfill. If you wanted to add any gravel or sand or whatever you wanted to put in there, you know, just a little bit of weight is what I'm trying to get at. This would be the time to do it. I'm not going to because this is my test. I'm really squishing it in there because I wanted to try to get as much of that air out of it as I can. Okay, and now string this up, And this will be hopefully pretty straightforward. This back loop that we left is what we're going to be joining it to. And on this, I'm going to be going under both loops. So I always try to start behind where I tied off. So for me, it's going to be to the left. Righties, you're going to be here on the right. And I'm just going to randomly pick somewhere. And I'm going to take it like that. Right now, I'm not worried about everything. Right now, I just want to get some stitches going. Get through this knot. And I'm going to try to go through each of these stitches on both of them. It doesn't have to be perfect because there's a lot of ways you can like fake this and get it to fit right. And we're just doing the whip stitch. I'm just holding it lightly. Both stitches here go under that back loop. And okay. This is what we're doing. We're going to do this all the way around. And when we start getting closer to the end, I will pop back in case it doesn't look like it's lining up. I'm working on this other project that's been tying me up. I've been spending probably the last couple of weeks because I haven't been able to decide on color or the pattern or the color wave. And I figured it out today, I think. So it'll be a fun project to do. But I really want to get some of these succulents out because I've been wanting to do them since last year. Okay, and I'm just pushing it in there. Grab that back loop. Oh. Oh, looks like it's lining out. Okay, before I do that last one, I want to make sure I have as much stuffing in there as I need. Kind of looks like a pumpkin pie. No, it seriously does. I like to squish my stuff. Yeah. Okay. And it's going in a basket too, so. Okay, yeah, that'll work. And here we go. Now I'm going to start pulling this, but before I get it, I'm going to catch it with my thumb. Then I'm going to bring my needle back and go under it to make a knot. I can just make another knot. Okay. Uh-oh. Whew, almost made a mess. Almost made a mess there. Okay. I'm just going to poke it through. Okay. Okay, you cute little pot. It's ready for planting. All right, so stay tuned and we'll get those succulents going. It's going to be, by the way, the string of pearls. Yeah, I mean, this doesn't go to it, but I was figuring it out. Yeah, it's going to be adorable. So that way you can get your pot ready. And then when we get those done, we can just put it together. Okay, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Having a little bit of fun. And I will catch you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye.